Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's go TV.
Yo, what up? It's Flight School TV, and I'm here with my good guy E Money, man. What the fuck is going on, my boy?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, man. It was mandatory that I sat with you. You know what I'm saying? Because even though you're a Chicago artist, you know what I'm saying, mainly known for your music. You know what I'm saying? But since I known you, which was years now, you know what I'm saying, you always had the shirts to go along with your music, you know what I'm saying? And a common theme is like Zoony life. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lifestyle brand. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
I always saluted you for that because you had the foresight to see like the merch should be attached to the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of people wasn't even on that wave when you was doing it.
Appreciate
You know what
that.
I'm saying? So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit and start from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So man, I said this E Money Zoony life, but can you let the people know who you are and where you from?
No doubt, man. Hey, first off, appreciate you for having me on here. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking for a long time. And yeah, it's funny that you know the name E Money. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody know me as from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, but just me on myself, man. I'm from Chicago, born and raised. When I was a shorty, grew up on the north side. So I spent a lot of years on the north side, all the way up into my freshman year of high school. Then I ended up moving to the south suburbs in Hazel Crest, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, you know what I'm saying, just growing up in the areas, and you know, they gave me my name E Money because we used to shoot dice, play cards and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I used to win a lot in that, you know what I'm saying? So everybody around the area just started calling me E Money, and the name just stuck, you know, all through high school or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So
But your actual artist name is E Money, or is it?
It used to be E Money. When I first started doing music, I just ran with the name E Money that I already had. Yeah. And then over some years, I mean, I ran with the E Money name for a while, and then after some years, I outgrew the name musically. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, E Money's such a cliche name. You know what I'm saying? Like E Money, anybody can call themselves E Money.
Right, it's
so
probably a ton of E Money.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so business wise, I end up changing it to Austin Poe. Now, Austin is my middle name, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me run with that, Austin. And then Poe is just a play off of words like poet, poetry, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up changing the name to Austin Poe. And yeah, it was a good business move, I say. But it's funny though, like how you just called me E Money, and niggas around the way still call me E Money. They see me, that's always gonna be the name E Money.
Right,
people that know me personally, that's always gonna be the name.
So like early on, like what made you start attaching like your merchandise to your music?
Yeah, it's crazy, bro, because like us just growing up, we always used to come up with like different names, or we always spoke our own language, you know what I'm saying? Right. We always had different words, we always played with words. So one day, you know, we was making up some words, you know what I'm saying, and one of the guys was like, Zoony life, you know what I'm saying? He was like Zoony. I'm like, okay, all right. And then he was like zealous, you know what I'm saying? Zealous and loony. We put zealous and loony together. Zealous being charismatic and positive, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, just like charismatic, got a little different swag to it. And then the word loony, we put those two words together and we created the word Zoony. So I'm like, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? So for some reason, the word just is stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't let this word go. I'm like, Zoony, like, I'm like, dang, this got a ring to it. You know what I'm saying? So I end up just putting the words. I ain't even had the logo yet. I just put the words on a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Post a picture. And I started getting comments and stuff like that. So I'm like, man, I had a real good feeling about the word. So I created a whole full definition behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just inspiring people, chasing your dreams, bringing your visions to life. You know what I'm saying? Nothing impossible. So once I did that, I'm like, I seen the vision for it. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, this could be the overall brand. You know what I'm saying? For the merch. And I knew how important it was to have some type of identity. You know what I'm saying? Because this is after the stages after SME was kind of phased out. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, we used to SME, you know what I'm saying? We used to be SME. and then you know everybody kind of phased out of that.
Heavy move.
Heavy movement, man. Very legendary, bro.
I was running through clubs in Harvey, all them places. You feel
legendary,
like
bro. I was just talking to. We talk about that stuff all the time, man. We definitely very legendary stuff that happened. So, not to go too far out the story, but after the phase out of SME, you know what I'm saying, Zoony Life kind of helped create an identity, you know what I'm saying, for me personally and as a brand, you know what I'm saying, itself. So.
Yeah, because you like I follow, like we've been good guys for a minute, but I also follow you on social media, you know what I'm saying, and something we was talking about just before we started the interview was your champagne talks.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, and how you use that to inspire, and that's something that's like a common theme. You know what I'm saying, with people that know you and people that's familiar with you, you know what I'm saying, you always trying to get good game up, you know what I'm saying, so if y'all don't already, make sure y'all follow him on social media. We're going to include the information for y'all to do that, you know what I'm saying, but understand, like, this is not just your typical Chicago artist, you know what I'm saying, he got an actual message behind his movement, and you know what I'm saying, he preaching a lot of, I wouldn't even say preaching, but he putting a lot of positive energy in the world, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like that energy deserves to be recognized and shared.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying, so definitely tune into his social media and get some of that game from the Champagne Talks. You gonna start uploading that on YouTube? Or?
Oh, yeah. So Champagne Talk, just to get a background on that, it started on Snapchat. You know, I give off my motivation, you know, inspiring words, you know what I'm saying, and one thing with Zoony Life, that's always been the message behind it is like, hey, man, chase your dreams and bring your visions to life, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that nothing is impossible and also thinking outside the box, you know what I'm saying? Just feel free to go for it. So I started doing the Champagne Talk, you know what I mean? And then we posted it on YouTube. We just did the first episode, you know, had the champagne bottles there, you know what I'm saying? You know, we still got our swag, you feel me, in front of everything that we do, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, try to promote be yourself, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, inspiring people, chasing their dreams. And then the first episode was about eliminating the fear for while you're chasing your goals for 2019, you know what I'm saying? And and man, the feedback been dope, man, because you'll be surprised how many people I get messaging me or telling me like, man, I needed that, or keep doing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You done motivated me to start doing something, you know what I'm saying?
So I want you to, not to cut you off, but before we get too far, like past that part, I want you to elaborate on that part, you know what I'm saying? That was your first episode, you just said. Yeah. So can you just spend a little bit of time just talking about like what you were speaking on in that segment? So Champagne Talk episode was the first episode was about eliminating the fear. You know what I'm saying? And what I meant by that was basically when you going after your goals or chasing your dreams or whatever you want to accomplish in life, try to eliminate the fear as much as possible, because that's one of the biggest things that'll have you stagnant. You know what I'm saying? One fearful thought or something can push you backwards, and then it'll never happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if you go into the hole, you ain't got time to stutter step. You feel me? You gotta go straight in.
You gotta go for it. You know what I'm saying? So that was my main message in that episode. Was like just to kind of set the tone for 2019. Like, man, eliminate the fear while you're going for it. So.
Yeah, like I said, I continue to say, like, we known each other for a while, and one thing that I want our audience to understand, especially the younger viewers, is that it seemed like you had this business sense to go along with your work ethic in music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To understand, like, all right, I understand, like, this is a passion of mine, like, I like doing this, but at the same time, I understand that I gotta learn the business side also. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what's some advice that you can give a shorty that's jumping off the porch right now, like, you know, I'm finna do this music shit. Yeah. And what's some of the things that you would want them not only to be mindful about, but also, you know what I'm saying, do a little research on this?
No doubt. I would basically tell anybody that's trying to do music, man, do your research. You know what I'm saying? That's important. You know what I mean? And then also, because the game is basically it's 90% business. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of business involved. So definitely research it like you would do anything else that you're passionate about, man. Learn the game. You know what I'm saying? It's so much stuff on the internet that you can learn about that mud's not gonna teach you. You feel me? And it's open for you. Like, you'll be surprised. You just type in something, research it, it's gonna be there for you. The second thing would be the network. You know what I'm saying? Networking is so important when it comes to this industry. It's always been a who you know business. You feel me? And then one thing I would say, don't limit yourself to just your city. You know what I'm saying? The way the internet is set up now, man, you can expand in so many levels. You know what I'm saying? Create a fan base that's outside of your city. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're Chicago, Dallas, Texas, wherever you at, you know what I'm saying? You can expand it so far now the way the internet is set up. So yeah, man, and whatever you do musically, just be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, big facts, man.
Be yourself.
I feel like a lot of artists overlook the importance of having solid relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get in the game think, you know what I'm saying, like if I can just come up with a hit song, you know what I'm saying, like that's gonna be enough.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's a lot of cold ass rappers that never make it because they never took the opportunity to get out here and network and establish relationships that can take a hot song to the next level.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Also having the thought process to understand, like, if you do develop a following, like, don't just have a social media following just to have one. You know what I'm saying? Try to do something similar to what you did, and have some merchandise. You know what I'm saying? So therefore you can create some type of income for what you're trying to do, and you ain't just spending money without bringing none back in.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I feel like Zoony Life really embraced. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you understand the importance of getting out here, networking, establish relationships, and also, like, if I got a following, this what I'm finna create some merchandise for them to show me that they really fuck with me.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And it seems like you've been getting a lot of support.
One thing I say is one of the biggest things with the merchandise is that I always had the mindset never to limit myself. You feel me? So whenever I go to a city or anything like that, I got the merch with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm tapping in with the influencers of the city, the DJs of the city. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure that, hey, you know, represent this. You know what I'm saying? So the people of the city can be in tune now. You know what I'm saying? So that was always a big deal for me when I hit a city. You know what I'm saying? And now that I look at it, man, I done had people from all over just buying the merch. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up.
Never wanted to limit myself. You know what I'm saying?
So where did you get the idea for the Finago?
Yeah, Finago is actually shout out my homie Gino Cash. He actually from the Heights. He on the East Coast now, but he had a song a while ago. We just put it out. It's called Finago. You know what I'm saying? It's on the mixtape or whatever. But he had a song called Finago, and back then he was like, "Bro, I need you should hop on this one day." I'm like, bro, I'm not finna hop on this. You're not really doing music like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I know you still passionate about it.
Like,
it's like, why I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So exactly. So I'm like, man, I like the word though, and I'm like, Finago, okay, you know. And Finago, that was just one of our words anyway. That's it's basically like a grown man finesse. You know what I'm saying? Different way. Instead of saying finesse. Artists got to know, right? It's a grown man finesse. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like finesse was overused anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, Finago, we came out the word Finago. And then, so I started making merch on that, the hoodies. I created the design and everything. So, we started having the sweaters and the hoodies and everything. So last year when I about to drop the mixtape, I'm like, okay, now I can do the song. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes sense now that we got the merch and everything like that. So I ended up dropping, put my verse on there, and we put out the song and everything. And we got to play it on radio too. You know what I'm saying? Power 92 and stuff. So that's where that came about, man. Just one of our words that we use, and Finago. Instead of using finesse, we use the word Finago. So,
and honestly, like, man, it was real important that I made sure I set aside some time to sit down with you because, like I said, I'm a follower of what you be doing. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the game that you be giving up, you know what I'm saying, needs to be heard a lot more often. So I definitely want to share that part with my guests. And but if people wanted to find your merch or find your music, know what I'm saying, where can they go and what you got upcoming?
Yeah. So anything you want to look for, you can always hit up the website, zoonylife.com. You know what I'm saying? Everything is under Zoony Life. If you want to check out the videos, the music, you want to go buy some merchandise, just hit up zoonylife.com. And then also I'm on Instagram at austinpoe_. You can follow me on Instagram. You can check out everything I got going on there. Next, really, man, is just right now the hoodie's been going crazy, and we just keep trying to expand the brand. You know what I'm saying? Get more people in tune with it, and then also, man, as far as musically, I'm just trying to get more placement on TV shows. You know what I'm saying? That's been really my thing lately. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I always try to. One thing with Chicago, I always try to give a different view. You know what I'm saying? Musically, like, okay, you don't have to take this route. You can go this route too. You know what I'm saying? Get some money, right? Be successful. You know what I'm saying? Without if you want the fame and everything, but it's routes you can take musically to bring revenue in. So that's one of the things I've tried to do. Just get Chicago a different view, whether it's with the merch or the music. You know what I'm saying? Just show different routes. You know
That's what's up, man. If you're not already, man, you definitely need to get in tune with what the fuck going on, man. That's Flight School TV. Here with my good guy, E-Money / Austin Poe.
Yeah.
That's how you call him. That's how you address it, man. And just like that, we out.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's good TV?